Well, I think the Iranian response was clearly very forceful. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been Netanyahu begging for a ceasefire. You have to take into account the fact that Western media and Western regimes cover up the reality. They were hiding the effectiveness of the Iranian missiles. But the fact was that ports were shut down in Israel, refineries were shut down, military bases were destroyed, scientific institutes were destroyed, and the regime came to a halt. And Iran was not just fighting the Netanyahu regime. Iran was fighting against the whole West, NATO, and countries in the Persian Gulf, which have American bases, and Turkey and Jordan and Iraq. They were all helping the Israeli regime. So it was basically one country against 40, 50 different countries, more or less. Yet, Iran, despite the fact that this was a sudden attack, it was an unprovoked attack, won this war. So Iran hit very hard. But also, Iran does not want to bring down the global economy. Iran could hit back harder. It could destroy Qatar very easily. It could destroy the Emirates very easily. Iran has thousands, tens of thousands of short-range and medium-range missiles that could destroy these two regimes and other regimes in the Persian Gulf very easily. But it would destroy the global economy. And Iran does not want its friends in the global South, BRICS countries, to be harmed. We don't want to see the economies in China or Brazil or across Africa or across Central Asia to be harmed because of this war. We want to have this war contained, but at the same time, we want to punish the Trump regime and the Netanyahu regime. So I think that, again, ultimately, anyone who wants to judge what happened, they have to look and see how it ended. And one evidence, one of the concessions that you saw slip from Trump's mouth was when he said Iran can export all its oil to China. In other words, that was one of the concessions that Trump said, look, we will not block your oil exports anymore. That was just one of the concessions. So I think all in all, it was an enormous success. And I don't think that the Israeli regime had any success. They were exposed to the world as the aggressor. They carried out a blitzkrieg attack. They did not carry out, it was not a very sophisticated operation to bomb people's homes and their apartment buildings and kill everyone inside just to murder a single person. That just shows the sheer amount of inhumanity of the Israeli regime. And remember, Iran is a country that's been under maximum pressure sanctions for decades. And despite that, they were able to defeat this collective conspiracy.